everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about troubleshooting common email problems. Doesn't matter if you've got an iPhone, a computer, obviously which I'm setting at, or even an iPad or Android tablet, you are bound to have issues with your email. And there's a variety of things that can cause problems with the email services you use on your smart devices. Some of the common email problems are, well, why isn't it working on my iPhone, but it works on my iPad? I can send an email, but I can't receive an email on my computer. Another common issue is I've set my email to work in Thunderbird, but for some reason it doesn't work in Microsoft Outlook. Or I've got a Mac and my Macintosh email doesn't allow me to send or receive email. Doesn't matter what device you have, it's always frustrating when you can't get email to work on your smart device. Now, there are many things that can be the cause of email problems, but there are some simple steps that you can check to troubleshoot and to make sure that your email is going to work on whatever device you have. Now, there are three main things that you want to check as far as your email is concerned. Now, the first one is do you have the right password enter in for your email? And this doesn't matter if you're using Microsoft Outlook, Apple Mail, or Windows Mail. If you don't have the right password for your email account, you're not going to get in. So obviously it's very important that you keep your passwords for your email accounts so that you can log into them. Now, there are many of you watching this that are probably thinking, I don't even have a password for my email account. All email accounts, whether it be web-based or in a program like Microsoft Outlook, have a password. Now, under most circumstances, either your tech-friendly relative or your IT professional has configured your device or your computer to have an email password stored into that device. So if you have a technician or a tech-savvy friend set up your device for email, always make sure that you get the email from them, and more importantly, make sure that you have a way to recover that email password in the event that you forget your password. There are often times when I have to sit with people and try to go through the whole list of password recovery because someone forgot their email password. On web-based systems such as AOL, Gmail, and Outlook.com, recovery is sometimes not an option if you don't put in a recovery cell phone number or even a backup email. If you don't have access to any of those, then it can be very difficult to get access to your email account again. Now, another thing that can be an issue with your email service is incorrect outgoing and email settings. And for that would be a lot easier if we were to go into either Outlook or Windows Mail so that you can understand what settings I'm talking about. Let me navigate to the desktop here and we'll go into Microsoft Outlook. Now keep in mind with Outlook, if we go into account settings and look at the email settings, as you can see, let's go into change, and this is what I'm talking about. If we go to, well, let's go back because that's not where I want to be. Let's go out of here. Let's go to File. Let's go to Account Settings, and let's go to Server Settings, and this is in Outlook. And these are the server settings that you want to look at. As you can see, there's an incoming server name and an outgoing server name, which is at the bottom. So incoming server means that you can connect to the server to retrieve your email. And here are the default settings for Google right here, imap.gmail.com, or you could be using pop.gmail.com. Now, for outgoing, Gmail has their own, which is smtp.gmail.com. Now, it's important to note, as far as outgoing and incoming email settings are concerned, it is different for every email provider out there. So it's important that you do a quick Google search or contact your email provider to find out what your account settings are. Now, for Google, it's going to be universal. But for services like AOL or your internet service provider, sometimes you can Google your service provider and find out those email settings to put in. Now, in order for your email to work, you have to have a combination of the correct password and your email server settings if you're using a third-party email program such as Microsoft Outlook, Windows Mail, Apple Mail, Thunderbird, and even the email for your smart devices such as your smartphone and your tablet. Those email server settings are very important because if there is one error in the settings, then you won't be able to send and receive email. Now, going back to Microsoft Outlook, as you can see, if we go back to incoming, the port name matters when you're setting those up, as well as the server name, and the encryption method matters too, because if any of these are set incorrect for both incoming and outgoing mail, then your third-party email program will not work. Now, again, if you're using a web-based email solution such as Gmail, the only thing you would have to know would be your password. Now, that is on your web-based application. If you are using Google Mail or Apple Mail on your tablet or your phone, then you would have to know those server settings too. To give you another example of how those server settings will work, let's go into the Windows Mail app to take a look, and so that you can kind of get an idea how that works. Let me get back into settings on Gmail, if it will come up for me, and let's go to manage accounts, and then we'll go into Gmail. So as you can see, or will see, we'll switch back to here, and you can look at your email server settings. So let's get out of that and let's get back into our account settings. So let's go back to Gmail over here, and let's see if we can get into those account settings for that account. And I don't know why I'm struggling with this, but it always seems to happen when I'm showing a demo for anything. I always get brain lock on that. But anyway, regardless what email system that you're using, you can find your email settings for your account to change those and make sure that they're going to work for your email service. Now, one of the other things, as I gloss over the fact that I couldn't find the email settings in Windows Mail, oh my God, I don't know what's going on with me today. It could be that your app is just not compatible, or your email program is not compatible with the email services that are available. And this is a major and common problem with email services today. The challenge that you may run into with your email service is that your email service that you're using, especially if it's a web-based service, isn't compatible with third-party apps such as Microsoft Outlook, Windows Mail, Apple Mail, and even the mail services on your smartphone and tablet. Free email providers such as Yahoo, AOL, and the email provided to you by your internet service provider are no longer making themselves available to work with third-party apps. So if you've been using Outlook all along, or Apple Mail or Windows Mail, and you've suddenly discover that you're not able to send and receive using those programs, there's nothing that you can do other than to either A, if you have a desktop computer, visit the website for your ISP or internet service provider, or visiting the website for AOL, Gmail, SBC, and other programs out there that you would have to download the app onto your smartphone or tablet in order to access your email. One of the bigger ones is with AT&T email. Now, AT&T, if I can bring it up, is owned by, I believe, Verizon. But at the same time, your AT&T email kind of works with, and if I can bring it up here, it kind of works with Yahoo. So if I bring up Yahoo, you can see that there is a way to access the email. So let's go back to desktop and let's take a look at the Yahoo desktop. Now, with Yahoo desktop and the app, it definitely allows you to access SBC Global email as well. So if you were to sign in to Yahoo, not only will it allow you to sign into Yahoo, you could also sign into SBC or some of the other sites out there and get access to your email. Now, on a side note, again, if you have an SBC or Yahoo or any of those AT&T accounts, you would have to download the Yahoo app in order to get access to those emails on your smartphone or tablet. Again, those apps or those websites no longer work with the email program that is on your smart device, such as your smartphone or tablet. Another instance, and I know there's not a lot of people out there, but I know some of you are, same thing with AOL. If we go to AOL, you can have the option to log in or join to check your AOL email. But if you are using a smartphone or tablet, you would have to download the AOL app to get access to that email. Now, another big challenge is email provided by internet service providers. Most internet service providers don't have an app for you to download their email. So unfortunately, if you have a email provided by your internet service provider, you would have to go to the website on your computer, and you would have to use Safari or Google Chrome on your iOS device, and on your Android devices, you would have to visit the website too, because again, those third-party email programs do not work with many of the free services out there. And there are so many out there that I can't even mention them all. But just keep in mind that, A, if you're having problems with your email, you definitely want to check your password, especially if it's web-based. Number two, if you are using a third-party application such as Outlook or Mac Mail or Windows Mail or Thunderbird or any of the other email programs out there, you want to make sure that your email settings are correct in order for you to be able to send and receive email. If any one of those settings, and I know I'm holding two fingers out, but if any one of those settings is wrong, then you won't get your email. And then finally, if you're using a free email service, it's a good chance that your third-party program like Outlook or Windows Mail or Mac Mail just simply is not compatible with those services anymore, and you will be forced to either visit the website directly on your devices or download the app in order to access email on those devices. So there you have it. I hope that explains some of the issues that you might have with your email. Email either works or it doesn't work as far as the settings are concerned. And usually if the settings are right and you're still having issues, you need to contact whoever's hosting your email to find out if there's anything you need to do to tweak it in order to get to work. Now, those of you that are worried about the future of Microsoft Outlook, if you have a domain name, such as like burtonkelso.com or callintegralnow.com, or if you're using corporate email, Outlook will work with those applications with no problem. Same thing with your third-party email accounts, or your email programs, such as Windows Mail and Mac Mail. It'll work with domain. So if you have your own domain or your own business.com, you'll still be able to use those services. If you don't, then you're going to be stuck dealing with the website. And unfortunately, with free email, you got to do whatever the provider wants you to do. In most instances now, free web-based email, the only place you can access it is through the app or directly from the website. So, well, if you have comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you to find out if there's anything I can answer as far as your email woes or any other tech issues that you're having with your computer and associated devices. I always have to throw this out here, but if I can get to it, I always have a problem with that. Be sure to follow us on social media, and if you don't want to follow us, at least like this video and subscribe so that you can share with your friends how awesome these tech tips were. As far as, there we go, there's the icons there. So we're all over the place, either myself, Burton, Kelso, the technology expert, or my company Integral. You can follow us on social media, and you can, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, be sure to either subscribe to us on YouTube or like the video in your social media posts and share with all your friends. So I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun and easy to use for everyone. Take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.